Hello, 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 and welcome to Recette, a game about a young girl named Recette and her fairy loan shark named 𝘮𝘮, in which you run an item shop to repay your idiot father's debt. At least, that's usually the case, because today we will be running our shop as a grocery store instead. What does that mean exactly? I hear you ask. Well, let's go over the rules first. That should clear most of it up. Rule number 1. Recette, our shop, can only sell food items, edible ingredients, and other food-related items. That includes items that reference food in their description, just to give us a slightly wider variety. And it's also funnier that way. Rule number 2. Inedible ingredients may be used for fusion, but are not to be sold separately to anyone. We'll come back to what fusion is in a second. Rule number 3. No buying from or selling to other shops. The only selling and buying we're doing is to and from customers. And, just like with selling, we are also only buying items that we would be allowed to sell. With those rules in mind, what is the goal of the challenge? It's easy. In theory, that is. The goal of this standard game is to make enough money to pay off an installment of the loan at the end of each week, which quickly ramps up from only 10,000 pix of course being the game's currency, all the way up to 500,000 pix at the end of week 5, with a total debt of 820,000 pix. The challenge is a success if we manage to pay it all off, and we fail if we can't make a full payment in any of the weeks, as that counts as a game over according to the game itself. So, how do we get items to sell if we aren't allowed to buy any? The answer is dungeons. You hire an adventurer and then play a dungeon crawler section as them, while Recette and 𝘮𝘮 tag along to collect and keep track of the inventory. Each adventurer comes with their own set of gear and weapon, but Recette is kind enough to let the adventurers borrow unsold gear items from the shop, at the cost of 1 inventory space per item you lend them, as they will need to still hold on to their own possessions. Why they can't leave those at home, or at the Adventurers Guild, is a mystery to me, but whatever. There is a way around that though, which is selling the gear items to the adventurer at your shop. But, as you can imagine, that's unlikely to happen at a grocery store. You'd have to be an idiot to use produce as a weapon. Anyway, lending items to adventurers isn't selling, so we will be making extensive use of this mechanic. On the topic of dungeoneering, in the unfortunate case the adventurer runs out of HP in the dungeon, Recette and 𝘮𝘮 need to drag them back to town with their own 2 hands. Meaning they can't bring any items they collected, besides one singular one. The adventurer gets to keep what they themselves brought, but we can only pick 1 item. And that includes any we bring ourselves. So passing out means you basically wasted half a day on nothing. Or you may have even lost valuables. There's a little more to the dungeon crawling aspect, and the strategy I'll be using to keep costs down, but more on that later. Next, let's talk about fusion. Selling items to customers at the shop raises your merchant level, and certain levels unlock new abilities, like changing up the interior of your shop, which we won't be doing since we can't buy decorations. Expanding your shop, which we also won't be doing since we need the money to pay off the debt, and the only real difference it makes is that you can display more items at the same time. And fusion ranks. The fusion ranks being unlocked at merchant level 5, 13, 19, 25, and 30. Fusion is a mechanic in which you take a base item like a sword, shield, hat, and even food or a carpet, and you fuse them together with ingredients to make new and improved items. Every rank is like its own little collection of recipes, so you're pretty limited from the start, and you only unlock more later. Items made by fusing ingredients together, or fusion items, as we'll call them from now on, can also sometimes be used in a later rank's fusion recipe, like this delicious looking apple pie. These fusion items tend to be a lot of work as they require a lot of, or very rare ingredients, but they do tend to sell for a lot, except for this apple pie. They suck. So, we'll be keeping our eyes open for useful ingredients. But not for the ones needed for the apple pie. Finally, let's talk about time management. Each day is divided into 4 pie slices, and each type of action takes a certain amount of time. Opening the shop, which you can do during any and all 4 slices, will take 1 slice of time. Going out adventuring takes 2, meaning you can go twice a day if you don't do anything else. And going out to town, the Adventurers Guild being the exception, also takes 1. No matter how many events you watch or shops you go to in town, it will only take 1 time slot, so we're going to try to get the most out of every single trip. That about covers the basics, and I've yapped plenty enough already. So, let's get into the challenge. Today, we are doing a very special little stream. Today, we are playing this game, but not as an item shop, but as basically a grocery store. A grocery store that's a little odd, because there are some items that aren't food that I'm allowing, because it's funny. I have played this game a whole lot, but I have, like, even when I went through all the items, I was like, I have not seen, like, half of these. I should also turn it down a little more. We're skipping all the cutscenes. It's got nothing to do with our challenge. They're talking about an item shop. What the fuck is that? We're not running an item shop. We don't need to see any of this. I know how to play the- oops, I know how to play the game. Don't backseat me, video game. Oh, we're gonna spend so much time. We're gonna spend so much of my actual time on cutscenes, because going and doing anything takes up, like, portions of your time of the day. Don't tell me they're gonna make me buy something. The unskippable tutorial makes you buy at least 1 item from the Merchant Guild, so with our 1000 pix starter money, I buy the most expensive item available, a crafter's knife for 980 pix, and we skedaddle back to our shop. We are also forced to sell a walnut bread as part of the tutorial, but I later end up tossing the crafter's knife in a dungeon to adhere to the no buying from a store rule. So we really only start with 125 pix and nothing else. We don't need to see all these cutscenes. This is them explaining that Tyr is from the loan company, and she's like, well, I feel a little bad for you, but I guess I'll help you pay off your debt by, like, guiding you. And she's also the one who suggests that you open an item store, because you own this house. Because your dad owned this house. Or Recette, I guess, not you. Sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble. But Recette owns this house because her dad owns it, and he hasn't come home in a while, so... Basically, you are an orphan, but you own your house. Isn't that great? Elden Ring playthrough. What? Is communism? Is capitalism not exciting enough for you? Come on now. Who wants to play Elden Ring when you can run a grocery store? Yeah, we don't need to learn about the Adventurers Guild. Hi, Louis. Don't buy anything you can't afford, okay? We actually do need to learn about the Adventurers Guild. As you progress through the game, you unlock more adventurers and more dungeons to take them to. Right now, we only have the Hall of Trials and Louis. The Hall of Trials is a tutorial dungeon, and we will not be returning here, as later dungeons have more and larger floors, plus a larger variety of enemies to get better item drops from. Louis, on the other hand, is a strong character with a high attack and defense stat. Although he lacks SP, this game's mana, which makes him an easy character to play as long as you are mindful in the use of his special attacks. But the main reason Louis will be our main squeeze is that an adventurer's gotta eat. You have to pay them for their work, and the stronger they are, or the higher their level really, the more you have to pay them. But beggars can't be choosers, and Louis is definitely the former. His first trip, at level 1 and in the tutorial dungeon, is free as he himself is still trying to get his adventurer's license. But after that, he will require a wage. But if you can't afford it, he will take whatever you do have, even if it's 0 picks, whereas other adventurers will just turn you down. That means also that the most important strategy of this challenge is to front load the week with dungeon runs, and only in the second half of the week should we open up the store and sell our goodies. And we shouldn't over-earn either and have money left at the end of the week, since all that will then go to Louis at the start of the next. So yeah, we are taking advantage of a starving adventurer, but that's business for ya. The strategy is probably going to be we do a lot of dungeon runs, and then in the last couple days we cross our fingers and hope that we sell enough. I think that's gonna be the strategy. I'm also not gonna save scum, which I think is more fun, but I want to save scum, you know what I mean? I do not know how easy or hard this challenge is going to be. But the dungeoneering is pretty simple. Like, that's it. You've seen the dungeon now, basically. The way I determined whether ingredients were allowed or not is, for example, there's things like chestnuts and ice. And it's like, well, you can eat those in real life, right? But then there's also some items that are a little more dubious, and for those I kind of just looked at the fusion items that they can make, and if there was anything edible in there, I let them pass. Slime, liver, slime stone, and slime fluid all are technically inedible because they aren't used for any edible fusion items. And I was like, are we gonna eat slime? Would you realistically, if you saw these guys, would you eat them? Honestly, we might want to change our mind sometime during the game. If it does get too hard, we can always adapt the rules a little bit. A lime? Sure, a slime. Yuck, no. I mean, then you can buy something else at my grocery store. It's fine. Then just avoid the slime section. Have you ever walked into a grocery store and been like, ew, you can buy pig liver or whatever? Because I have. Just because I wouldn't eat it doesn't mean that they shouldn't have it at a grocery store. Technically, we might not want to level up too much. Oh, that hurts. That's such a rare drop, I think, in this dungeon. And that shit's worth like 4.5k. But we can't sell it. Oh, that's... oof. That really hurts. I should start tossing items that we can't use. You'll see me picking up and dropping a lot of items, because we can only bring home 20 items per run, so we have to be selective about what we bring back. I'll also try to keep my store's inventory clean of unusable items for a better overview. And in the case that we do bring back something useless, I just put it back in my adventurer's inventory to drop on the ground in the next dungeon we visit, just to be rid of it. Here's hoping that the dungeon receives the subliminal message we're trying to send, that we don't need those specific items and that it can keep its trash. That's so much money. That's like almost all the money we could make. Is that an orange? Yes, orange good. But there is also, of course, SP, which is basically mana, and HP recovery. And food gives you HP and SP recovery. So there's also gonna be a balance of, am I going to eat this so I can, like, dungeon more? Or am I going to sell this to pay off my debt? Am I gonna starve and die? Or am I going to use the food for survival, basically? He is basically here because he wants to become an adventurer, but he has to go through this dungeon first to become one. So in that chest, there's like a stack of like cards that he can give to shopkeepers, because shopkeepers aren't allowed to go by themselves, basically, because it's too dangerous. And now he gives us one of the cards so we can ask him to come with us next time. Leather armor +2. Leather isn't edible. Leather isn't edible. Right, for this one, because they don't really say, like, what, like, if it's anti-venom that you have to drink or what, I decided that this one doesn't count, because it also says in unskilled hands it can be more dangerous than poison, so maybe we shouldn't be selling it to, like, people regardless. You know what I mean? Maybe don't sell dangerous things to incompetent individuals. I sold them anti-venom. It's not, like, if they did something stupid with it, that's not my fault. I wonder how well that one will hold up in court. I don't know if I want to be your lawyer. Leather armor +2. I'm just thinking, but leather is like a byproduct of meat. I'm just grasping at straws to, like, try to get items that I can sell, but I think I'm just grasping. Oh, mushrooms. They can drop mushrooms. Surprise, surprise. We need to... That's not edible. They do drop honey, but it's a rare drop, I think. Have too much honey. Old-fashioned leather can be eaten. That's true, but, like, at that point, is this old-fashioned leather? Is it modern leather? But also, do we want to sell that to our customers? Don't they deserve better? Don't they deserve, like, a nice slime fluid? Sauteed boots in slime sauce. That is real tasty, I'm sure. I'm sure that's not gag-worthy at all. Wasn't skin chewed to turn into leather back then? I hope not. What the hell? Imagine being the local tanner. Sorry, honey, I'm not hungry. Like, I know you made me dinner, but I'm not hungry because I spent 30 hours of my week chewing on leather. Why does that matter about the one dinner? Probably for no reason. Like, that's not related. He just hates her dinner. Man, beef again? Honey, it's all you're bringing home.
It's slime time.
Ow! Perfect. Yay! What is this? Slime? Oh no! Oh, that's the worst! This is go to the next floor, and then this is go home. But you have to do 5 more. But we're going to, because we don't have a pocket full of sunshine. Of food. Ooh! A walnut bread and a candy! Ooh, don't mind if I do! I hate this item. Because the charred lizard says, a bizarre burned lizard used in certain kinds of potions, but don't try to eat this. So, because they say that, I can't sell it, right? Ah, there's something in there! Oh no. Oh no, it's dangerous in here. Let me see. Ouch. Yeah, I'm just gonna... But what if there's a chest? What if there's a chest with, like, a hamburger in there? McDonald's secret chest in a different world. Hamburger! Hamburger! There is technically a hamburger item. You just want to know all the money you're missing out on? Yeah. My curiosity is getting the better of me. Oh, hello, Reginald. I don't know why this man has a government name. Because most of the other enemies don't. But this guy straight up has a first and last name. Hopefully we'll be able to do it. Oh, a cherry? Ooh. Don't tell me he can pick up the cherry. I don't think he can, right? Ooh, what's he dropping? I'm just tossing 2 random ingredients. What I don't know can't hurt me. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's nothing important. Okay, well 3 of them were insect traps. That's not good. A charred lizard. That's all shit. Wait, what did we get? I mean, we got a lot of food. The hard part when it comes to mathematics is gonna be how much time should we actually spend trying to sell items? Because we should try to do 2 dungeon runs a day for the first couple days, but at what point do we switch over to selling? So do we do like 2 days or a day and a half? I think for now we could probably do a day and a half. Maybe we should sleep on that for a little longer. Well, not literally sleep on it. I don't know what the bunnies drop besides the puffballs. Okay, that didn't kill them all. It killed some of them. Apple? No, apple! Ah! Apple! Oh man. It would have been horrible if I died there. Nom nom. An apple a day keeps the doctor away is pretty bad when you get hurt by monsters. No, I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry, sir. I know I'm a doctor and it's my duty to save people, but did you by chance eat any apples today? Oh, you did? Oh, well, my condolences to your family, I suppose? We don't eat toothpicks. We can't eat those. I mean, technically you probably could, but would you want to? Cue me, grabbing a toothpick from the kitchen to prove that you can eat them, just so that I can sell them in the game. Oh, I'm starting to be a little worried for, Louis' health. Not that I necessarily care about him, but I care about the things that I bring home. Uh-oh, man, leave me alone. Oh no. The rope dudes especially suck because they suck up your HP, which it doesn't really do much, like their healing. But it's just like insult to injury, you know what I mean? Like if they take away 5 of my HP and then heal 2, that doesn't really do that much. No, I don't want to mess with these guys. Okay. Okay, no. I need to wait out the snowstorm here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is dangerous. I just need to fight and beat a couple more enemies, please. Please. They're a little dicey. Oh, these are even more dicey. Oh no. Good, good, good. Ooh. Just one more. Please be nice. It's you again. Oh, and your friend? Yes, okay, that healed me. I didn't have to dip into my, literally into my profits. Oh no. This is already the lowest floor. Say hello to Charm. Oh no. But I never quite learned how to beat her effectively. Okay. Oh, that was so close! Oh no! Yes! Oh my god, she has a drop today. This item's pretty good though. 2,600? I don't think that is more than we like used on her. But that does mean that we can go to the next dungeon. This one isn't. I don't think it's on the list. I don't think it's on the list, and I don't think that I can sell it. Wait, how much is the very odd vase going for? 21k. 21,000 is horrible to toss. So we're gonna do it and returning to town. Now that we've finished the first real dungeon, let's talk about unlocking new adventurers and dungeons. We'll start with adventurers. Some adventurers are first beaten in boss fights, like Charm just now, while others you meet in the town events or even as random events in dungeons. Then in most cases, once you've beaten them in a boss fight or talked to them enough, they will show up in your shop. Usually they'll try to buy things from you, and once you give them enough deals, and they like you enough, an event will play where they give you their Adventurers Guild card, after which you can hire them from there, while others are more complicated hires. Although for us, these really don't matter, except for Charm, who we'll need to befriend before we get to unlock the next dungeon, the Amber Garden. For dungeons, you will always need to finish the previous dungeon, with the exception of the boss rush levels, and then search out specific events in town, which, yes, is a massive, time-consuming headache. Anyway, for the Amber Garden we need to hire Charm, meaning she needs to come in for an event the first time, then come back at least once to buy things from us, and then she needs to give us her business card. Then we need to trigger an event in the town square during morning or noon, and then Charm will come into the shop to tell us the new dungeon is open. Events in the shop with adventurers will also only happen if we open up shop, meaning it will cost us precious dungeon time if we do not intend to sell any items yet. So, with that in mind, I begrudgingly go back to the Jade Way with the intention of unlocking the Amber Garden during the sales part of the week. That's true, you get experience. You're working for exposure and like the chance to collaborate with us. Ouch. Maybe if we... grapes? I also don't think that the trap slimes ever drop anything. They do give you XP, so maybe we should avoid them. Just in case we do have to give Louis an actual wage. I'm sorry, Louis. Summer sandals. Casual trips. If only it mentioned, like, oh, if you want to go to a trendy cafe or something, because then I would have said, that's close enough. It's not close enough now. Ah! Hello, slime. This guy doesn't have a government name. Isn't that sad? He dropped a cherry? Oh. Technically, in that case, would we be able to... Ooh! To grind for, healing items here. Apple. Oh, you know what? I think we'll do that. Just to get, like, a full inventory of healing items. That's so smart! Wow, exciting content. Me running around a gloop with a with a crown on his head. Does he have a head? Is he all head? He's got eyes. No, wait, this guy doesn't have eyes. Why does the king not have eyes, but the minions do? Does that mean that he's a special type of slime, or did he go blind? They're like, ooh, a blind slime, you have to be our lord and master, I guess. Are they gonna drop things for me still? Or maybe they, like, have a max. We'll do 3 more. If I don't get any, food drops, then I will just kill the guy. 3 from now. Because they might just say, okay, you can't just can't just grind for items. Okay, I'm starting to think we're not allowed to get any more items. We'll do one more because I lost track of counting. I'm sorry, I'm bad at counting. Yeah, I think they're not letting us anymore. Okay, never mind. They do let us. We'll stick around for a little longer. I like that the girls are just watching you run around the arena. They're like, yep, there he goes again. Wave as he passes by for the 800th time. Poor Louis. Working hard for his pay. Oh, wait. Okay, I think maybe we should just kill him. I'm bored. I think we're just gonna run through the next 5 floors. Because then we can also get a drop from the Reginald Drisby. What was his subtitle again? Also, are those not just... just Yakuza dynamic intros? Actually, it's way more like a Yakuza character introduction, not a dynamic intro. Here, let me demonstrate. I mean, it doesn't for us. It does that for the mouse. Reginald. I wonder what his Japanese name is. Oh boy, I hope it's Reginald and they just mistranslated it. If I made a mod for this game, I would change it to Reginald. I'm just dropping like the water shroom and the slime fluid or something. It's not worth the chance to toss away something that could be like 10 times as vegetable. 10 times as vegetable! Oyasumi! Otsukare! Etc, etc. Oh, sorry, I thought she was gonna berate me for something. Is food valuable enough to have time to sell 500k worth of it, even if you have it in stock? Well... well... maybe not. But we'll see. I mean, we only have to sell 250 shark fins. No, because we can upsell it a little bit. But yeah, you're right. The more I think about it, the less likely it is. But we're gonna try. So only 240 fins. Yes! I mean, there are items that are really expensive that we can sell. The main issue is just getting them to drop. There is a book that is dropped by another boss fight. I love the additional notes on the Recette fandom wiki for this book. It's called Sweet Sweets, and you get it from a little girl who is lost. And basically the additional notes say TL, like the character, the boss, has a random chance of dropping this book anytime you fight her. Taking a little girl's book about candy after beating her senseless seems like it would be evil on at least 4 different levels, but the game wouldn't hold it against you. It's closed! That's right, it's closed on Sundays! Oh no! What we could do, if we open up the store and don't sell anything, and just have Charm come in twice, and then she'll tell us about the new dungeon being open. We're gonna open the store and not sell anything. Is this the right decision? No, because she didn't come in. Okay, well, let's try that again. Hopefully she comes in. Yes! Okay! Great! Got you! Oh, what a nice little establishment you've got here! Okay, that's one time that she came in. I'm looking for one of these. Well, keep looking. Yes! No, she didn't come in a second time. She came in a second time, but it didn't play the cutscene. I guess she has to come in on a different day. Nah, she just hates us. But that does mean that we do have time to fuse if we want to. Why didn't I just sell her the dang chestnut at a reasonable price? We want her to love us. Am I really attacking him in his back? Slime liver, slime liver. Slime liver, yes! We can sell that one, yes! I feel like the first time I played this game it was pretty hard. But the second time on, it really isn't. Ow. Ow. Get out of here. Get murdered. Ow. I meant the slime, not me. Game over is a single death? No. If you die in the dungeons, you just get booted out and you get to keep... It depends, but currently I think we get to keep only one item. Financial death, yes. So it's basically just a waste of time, and this game is very much like time pressure, in-game time pressure. Every day you can only do so many things. You basically, the main character, the little girl following us, she is in super debt because her dad like loaned a shit ton of money, went adventuring, and then died. So now his like daughter is an orphan and also in super debt, and they aren't just waiving it or anything. You have to pay it back, so in 4 weeks, 4 installments. Existential dread from the time optimization. A la Stardew, that's right, it's very similar. Except for Stardew, it doesn't really... Nobody's gonna go evict you if you don't make like a certain amount of money within the first X amount of time. And in this game, like literally the game over screen is Recette being homeless. Which is a little funny. Like she lives in a cardboard box, but also she's a child. At least Grandpa doesn't take back his house because you like didn't make him enough money. Crafter's knife! Oh! Look, it's the one we need! That's so good! But the crafter's knife, we can actually... If we get a fin fan, that would be so good. Then we can make so much money. And then especially if, like, if the price for either metal or weapons is up, then we can make so much money. He will look at you with disappointment? He's not real. He's not my real grandpa. Although, to be fair, Resette's house is not my real house either. Best yams in town, and no weird mayors. Although there is, like, a rich girl who's a little bit of an asshole. But at least she doesn't own your house or anything like that. Yeah, why doesn't she just pay off my loan? I mean, to be fair, you can... Like, she has no concept of money, so if she comes in, you can basically charge her whatever and she'll pay it. A pot stand for the paella pan! But the pot stand is great for protecting tables from hot pots. And that's close enough to food. Because they mean, like, pots that you cook in. That's close enough. So we could sell it by itself. I need to upgrade. I need to not die. Upgrade? Up. Level up. No, I need to eat something. I'm eating. Oh no, I'll eat a walnut toast. Because I can't die. Because that would set us back massively. Especially now that we got a crafter's knife and a pot stand. That was way too close. Oh, you little... This is too dangerous. This is too dangerous. I need to eat something and then we'll go to the boss fight. It's worth it. It's worth it because if we die, then we'll lose either the pot stand or the crafter's knife. I'm doing it. I am a coward! I am a coward! Okay, sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry. No. Look! We got another one! Ow! I got too excited. Don't be dumb. That's a big ask. That's a really big ask for me not to... What? We haven't seen that yet. I forgot that that's a thing. Okay, I'm so glad I healed. Oh, now suddenly he's hungry. Yes, okay. Whee! You can still run around in the cutscenes. Whee! Good job, intern! You earned a raise. What's your raise? A pat on the back. We want Charm to come in. Charm then proceeded to not come in during the evening or the night. Wahoo. It's at the end of the day that the payment is due, so we have 4 time slots there. Then 4 more. Let's do 1 more dungeon run, and then we'll open the store back to the Jade Way for the 1 millionth time. Get out of here, bees. Get out of here, cloth cape. Mushrooms. Ooh. Candy. Oh yeah, we talked about oil. Not oil, ink. Oil good, ink bad. Maybe it's squid ink. I went over this at the start of the stream. I googled what ink is usually made out of. Solvents, resins, alcohol, lubricants, carbon, pigments, dyes, aniline, dextrin, glycerin, fluorescents, and other materials. It's unlikely to be very good for you. And it did not say squid ink, and there's no squid boss, so I'm assuming that it's not allowed. I'm just taking safety precautions. I can't poison my customers. Although then I can sell them the anti-venom too. Wait, no, that's poison and venom is different. Ouch. Poison and venom is different. No, ah, he dodged my crit. What an asshole. Slime liver, slime liver! Slime liver, no whammies! Yes! Oh no, I need to eat something. It's okay if we eat walnut bread. Oh, careful. Intern A001 is doing well. You're making it sound like there's gonna be a second one. I don't think so. I think he's gonna be our only intern. Imagine him just like during a battle eating an orange, not like peeling it and then nom nom every like single slice. No, he just... How do I put it? He just swallows it whole like a dang snake. He's like, oh. Now that it's time to line our pockets in preparation for the loan office visit, let's talk about the process of selling items. It's slightly more complicated than you might think it is. Because how do we get the most bang for our buck? Or rather, the least amount of bang for the most amount of buck. There are 2 resources we want from our interactions. The most amount of money possible, plus XP for our merchant level. For the money, we just have to ask for a price high enough they might accept or to be willing to haggle over, without asking for something so outrageous that they immediately leave. But that interferes with our second goal, the merchant level. Surprisingly, haggling doesn't actually give you any extra experience. If anything, it's bad. If a customer accepts the first price you offer them, you start a combo that every subsequent non-haggler adds to, and the higher the combo, the more XP per customer. This, sadly for us, also includes people who are selling their items to us, so our combo can more easily be broken if they're offering items we don't want. Anyway, haggling is objectively terrible if you want to earn merchant level XP, which we do, so we will try to avoid that and focus on one more important mechanic, the near pin and just bonus. Every customer type has their ideal price, and if you're close enough to their price, you get extra experience through the near pin bonus, and if you're pretty much spot on, you get a boatload of experience for the just bonus. The latter is incredibly hard to achieve without a spreadsheet, as it's very precise, within 0.5% away from the perfect price. So we'll be aiming for near pin and celebrate if we hit just. Even though this is a challenge, I am not a min-maxer, and it feels like it'd generally be against the spirit of the challenge if we do use a spreadsheet. So, to summarize, a transaction will go as follows. A customer shows you an item, the game tells you the base price, then you add what you think the customer is willing to pay, then the customer will either take it outright, haggle because they think it's too expensive but not terribly so, or leave in anger because they know you're trying to rip them off. So, let's get to selling! And now we should start selling because we're not dungeoning again. I should have put more stuff on the thing then! Okay, no, this is fine. Okay. Okay, that's good. Understatement of the century. He can afford that? He can afford 10% extra? What's this? You seem to have developed a... Really? Have I? Have I learned? The grapes we can sell? Again, but this also becomes a question of, do we need healing items? But I think for now we should focus on making money. Come on! Charm. Not Charm? Why is she not here? Doing it on the last day would have been fine. Oh, he wants the slime liver? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, we're already at the max. Now what do? Do we keep selling? I think what we'll do is we should probably just dungeon for a little more. What we'll do is we'll take some of this money and pay our intern for once. I started selling way too early. I still had 10 time slots left over for selling, and we finished in 3. So instead of selling more items for money I will never get to spend how I want to, and hoping Charm comes in so we can butter her up, I go do another dungeon run for some more supplies, along with some other, ultimately mostly pointless, errands around town. That will dip us below the 10k needed, but there will be ample opportunity to make some more money at the end of the last day. So, back to the Jadeway we go. Again. Oh, shark fin though! Oh, I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Nothing? How much do I have on me? Only 10 items? Only 6 items? Look at how strong he is now. He's one-hitting things now. That's how long we've been in this f***ing dungeon for. That he's just tearing through things. See? He should be working for free. Because he's gaining so much experience that, like, at his next job, he's gonna tear through everything. He could be a paper shredder because he's tearing through shit. I thought I still had SB. That B. That sounds really bad. I meant B as in, the insect. Not as like a shortened form of a worse word. Like even now, I'm not getting that many ingredients either. Oh, you god. You slime god. Please tell me it's honey. The honey is actually so good. So I think the honey might be the hero of this run. At least for now. No, it's another charred lizard! Charm, charm, charm. Charm, yes, what can I get for you? No, she doesn't like me enough. She needs to like me first. Okay. Wait, is she selling or buying? I think she's selling. I mean, we need to get her to like us. Oh, sell this? I mean, this we can sell because of, like, anything above the 10k is just going to Louis. So we don't want him to get any money. He didn't love that, but we are getting a bargain. No buying food or other things than food. Can I get some food? Oh, girly pop, do I have something good for you? How about an apple? Yeah, she came to the right shop. We can't sell her booze of the world. I also don't think that she has enough money. But we can't sell her booze of the world. I need to get some food really quickly. You also came to the right shop. I think maybe something like this is near her pin. Cause she's pretty rich. She's not super rich, but she's pretty rich. Well, Louis, next week Louis is gonna swim in the money. He's gonna be able to buy so many walnut breads. Like 11 or something? Ow, my ears. I hate that noise so much. But I did it, okay. Okay, that was really easy. That is surprisingly super easy. I want to at least finish, like pay off the second payment. That would be great. I hate her. You're the worst. Can you please buy off my, my loan? I hate her. But I love it whenever she makes noises or says stuff. But yeah, like, she is the daughter of the owner of, like, the big competitor. She is Joja's... What's his name? Mark? Monty? She's Monty's daughter. Or the equivalent. Morris! She's Morris's daughter, or the equivalent thereof, basically. But that means that when she comes in, she has no fucking idea about money, so you can just get her to, like, pay as much as you want, basically. So, how was the first week? Surprisingly easy, I'd say. The only foreseeable issues being 1, the insane growth of the debt payments and whether the value of our products will be able to scale with it, and 2, unlocking the next dungeon. But surely that last one won't be too hard. Next time on... We're not save scumming. No, we're save scumming. I'm not having that.